Welcome back, everyone. We are talking finances, and who better to talk with than Foster Financial? We have Heather Foster here, one of the holistic planners, as well as the CEO. Heather, it's always a pleasure. Today we're talking about health insurance subsidy planning, huh?
Right, which you wouldn't think we'd be talking about when you're talking to an investment firm.
Yeah.
But listen, the holistic financial planning, the reason why we say that is because we're looking at all these different components of a financial plan, not just the stock market, not just investments. That's a big piece of what we do, but something like health insurance subsidy planning, anytime we save you money, you should look at it like it's a rate of return. So when you're looking at the stock market and you're saying, oh, I made 5% in the stock market, great, but my advisor also saved me 15% in taxes or 20% as a subsidy on my health insurance, that's an additional return that you need to think about. So health insurance subsidy planning, this one is really about, I hear this all the time, Tony. People come into my office, well, when do you plan on retiring? 65. Why 65? Because I can't get health insurance if I retire prior to Medicare age. So we hear this all the time. So what we do is we lay out a health insurance plan. Now, I will say this is subject to legislation change, as with everything. What we look at is subsidy planning. So subsidy is where the government is going to subsidize that premium. So let's say you retire at 62. You need to kind of find your own health insurance from age 62 to age 65. That is typically bought through what we call the Affordable Health Care Act. So you go on an exchange and you shop health insurance. That health insurance is expensive. I mean, for not the greatest insurance. $1,500 a month maybe per person for not good insurance. But the government says, hey, based on your income, we're going to subsidize that. So maybe we're going to pay you $1,200 a month of that $1,500 a month, leaving you with the difference, which is affordable then, right? So how do you get the subsidy? Back in the day, we had a subsidy cliff. If your income went $1 over, you got nothing. You had $1 under, you could have 50% of your premium subsidized. So it was a big cliff. You fell over, oh, it was costly. They reorganized that, so now it's a percentage or a ratio of your income. So what we do is we lay out a plan in order to make sure you've got enough Roth IRA money by doing conversions or making sure that you're saving in Roth IRAs in your plan or brokerage accounts, and we strategically plan to live on that money from age 62 to age 65. Roth money does not show up on your tax returns because it's tax-free. If it's tax-free and doesn't show up on your tax return, it's not on your income. Therefore, your income is lower. So somebody could be living on $150,000 a year, but on their tax return it says they're only living on 40, which means they're paying almost all of your health insurance premium. So when you're worried about health insurance and you're looking at retiring, or even if you are self-employed or any of those things, being strategic with how you save your money, convert your money, and then spend your money before you get on Medicare is extremely important, because we can save people sometimes $15,000 and $20,000 a year in subsidy if we get the planning done ahead of time to set them up for success if they want to retire prior to age 65.
Holistic financial planning. You all over at Foster Financial do a fantastic job. Thank you as always, Heather.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Everyone, take a look at your screen right now. You see that information she mentioned about that complimentary consultation. You see some of the names of that great team on your screen. Reach out. Let them know you saw them on 21 Alive. We'll be right back.